Everyone, Aaron Foyer, CEO of Valencia Risk, with your weekly Cyber Optimist update for Friday, February 24th. First, let's talk about the optimism. Canada's Privacy Commissioner, along with the commissioners of BC, Alberta, and Quebec, are conducting a joint investigation into the Chinese-owned company TikTok. Why is this good news? Well, we've seen in Europe and the United States that platform is banned on public sector devices. Here in Canada, we're looking at it quite broadly and asking about the impact on Canadians. And it does matter because we expect that TikTok is capturing our location information, browsing history, and potentially other data. This matters as well because it's been a tricky week with regards to breaches. Canada's Ross Memorial Hospital in Lindsay is still dealing with a code gray recovery from a ransomware attack. And yes, we have no bananas. Dole, one of the largest producers of fruits and vegetables, has also suffered a ransomware breach. We saw a leaked note on Facebook telling us that operations and shipping was temporarily stalled out. When I think more broadly about how we're dealing with breach response, I'd also like to contrast two other retail examples, Sobeys versus Indigo. Sobeys suffered a security incident where they were not forthcoming. It was difficult to figure out what was going on, and the social media was aflutter with trying to determine what was impacted. Indigo suffered a cybersecurity incident and clearly demonstrated the types of practices and techniques that we encourage. And that's what I'd like to speak about to close off. How do you prepare well for an incident? Let's just think about three things. Know your roles. Indigo clearly had identified which key senior management executives and partners were involved in a breach and had very little confusion with regards to figuring out what story to be able to put forward to tell their community. They had also codified their response. It was clear that playbooks and communications were developed in advance, probably tested through simulations, and as a result, there was no long pause. And lastly, they were thinking beyond IT. They understood that a breach response was not just about recovery, but about protecting their image and the trust relationship between their clients, their partners, and themselves. So I certainly encourage every organization to think about those three dimensions for their own breach response and wish everyone a fantastic week.